This is Bethany Bayless. Today we're going to talk about ways to save money going to FinCon, like on your way to FinCon, saving money. And I am here with none other than Pete McPherson. Hello, sir. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely. It's going to be a wonderful day talking about ways to save money because we're all money nerds and we love saving money. I mean, I am. You know, so one of the ways that we can save money when we're going to FinCon, because FinCon can stack up, right? It can get expensive.
That is very expensive. All conferences are, I feel like. Travel, airfare, food, conference tickets, everything. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so the very first thing, we're going to have two things that we're going to focus on. The first one is saving money on food. So I'm a foodie and I love eating food. So the very first way that we can save money, because I mean, you got to eat, right? I mean, that's really important. Is to pack your own snacks. So the very first way is pack your own snacks.
Absolutely. And if you think like, oh, I don't need snacks, I just do breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's a conference. You're going to be talking to a ton of people. You're going to be on your feet a lot. You're going to be walking maybe to and from different parts of the hotel, playing basketball. You need snacks. I would suggest going on day one, right when you get there. If you're taking an Uber from the airport, stop by a Save-A-Lot, or I don't know, whatever they call grocery stores down there in Florida, Kroger, and stock up on some like protein rich stuff. Save money. If you go to the conference hotel, I'm sure the food is going to be amazing. It'll also be very expensive. So grab snacks beforehand in bulk. Just get a grocery bag, save money right there, and you will want snacks.
Yes. And when I travel on trips, my favorite go-tos are Epix bars. Those are good, clean protein. Chomps are like a healthy version of a Slim Jim, kind of. Those are some of my favorite snacks. If you are watching us on Facebook Live, what are some of your favorite snacks that are your go-to travel? Everyone should know about this amazing snack. Let us know right down there in the comments so that we can also pass on and buy some of these delicious snack things.
Quest bars.
Quest bars? What is that?
Protein bars with very low net carbs. So if you're on the Atkins or paleo or keto diets, you want low net carbs. It's a protein bar with very low net carbs. They're also delicious. And that's what I pack in my bag at FinCon.
Hey, I'm going to check that out. How about I trade you a Chomps for a Quest bar?
I'll take it any day of the week.
It could be like a trading session of all of our different snacks. That's going to be a thing. Awesome. The next thing we're going to talk about is partaking in adult beverages can be slightly pricey. So what other things can we do instead of that?
This is going to be like a non-answer. Okay. I don't actually have a great answer other than just don't just drink after drink after drink. If you really want to hang late at night, you're at the party or the conference bar or whatever, and you're not specifically there to get hammered drunk, which is 98% of the people that would be watching this anyways, just alternate with water. Like order a beer and hang out and have a great time, and then maybe have a water for a little while. First of all, no one's going to judge you. We're not in high school anymore for the most part, probably. So it's just a great idea for health reasons as well as saving money. If you're just not there to party it up and get drunk, which most people aren't, they're there to meet other bloggers and money nerds and influencers, alternate with water back and forth all night.
That's amazing. And I just want to, disclaimer, I'm not against alcohol. If people saw the Plutus Awards last year, I may or may not have turned the Plutus Awards into a drinking game. So I am not anti-alcohol, but I do agree that water is good. And another really fun tip when it comes to that is hang out with people with how you have drink coupons at some events? Like you hang out with the people who don't drink and you get their drink coupons.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
water is also very important. Our next tip is eating healthy, even on vacation, which is hard. This is a hard one for me. So give me your wisdom.
Okay. First of all, totally live it up. Don't get me wrong. It's still a vacation for a lot of people that come to conferences like FinCon. I'm not saying you have to eat salads the entire time, but you're also going to be invited to multiple dinners. Maybe, I want to have dinner with this group of friends, these new people that I met. Or, I want to go to this meetup. Or, I want to go to the sponsored FinCon party. That could literally be like 2 or 3 different dinners, one at 4:30 p.m., one at 6 p.m., one at 7 p.m. You don't have to eat at all of those. First of all, that costs a lot of money, potentially. And then second of all, just it's a lot of food. Maybe it's unhealthy. Just keep your normal eating habits. I do breakfast, maybe a snack, a Quest bar or a Chomp, or lunch and dinner. Don't hesitate to go to these dinners, if you do multiple dinners, and just order a water or just have a beer or something like that. There's no need to change up eating habits aside from being unhealthy that could potentially cost a lot of money.
And that's a great tip. Something that I really like to do is, I don't know if you're going with someone that you know or a friend. I go with my mom, and I'm bringing my best friend this year, and we really like to share meals.
Yes.
So
that's a great idea.
Wow, that's one of my favorites. I do that all the time. But it's cheaper, and you get less food because I'm always taking food back to the hotel anyway. So splitting it is usually my go-to for all of those, because you will be hanging out with people. That's the best part about FinCon is hanging out with people, and it often revolves around food. So those are really great ways. The next way is that we can go to the sponsored events and enjoy free food.
Go to the sponsored events. Like they'll be on the FinCon app. They'll be like on the FinCon calendar, like literally to schedule things like, oh, last year it was the media.net party, and this year it'll be the AARP party or something like that. Go to those. Other than the fact that that's where you should be, and that's where everybody hangs out. Free food, lots of free drinks. Yes, that's great. That's a great way to save money. Always go to those. Always. I go to every single one.
Yeah, and they're fun. I mean, they're in the schedule for a reason, and that's a great way to get those free meals. But if you prefer not to stress over, so it's a little different this year at Rosa and Shingle Creek, because this year there's not a lot of food options available within super close distance. And so there is a meal pass that you can upgrade to, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
So,
I didn't put it together. That would be the FinCon team, but I do know that it includes all of your breakfast, coffee, right? Snacks. I don't know what kind of snacks, but I'm sure they have like a plethora of things to choose from. I'm not sure if Chomp's on there, but we'll have to make that happen. As well as lunches Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the event. And I don't know how much it is. It's like $200 or something like that. If you don't want to think about it, I just want breakfast and lunch. I don't want to have to think about that stuff during the day, and I'll go to the parties at night and get free food. I think that's an amazing option.
I think it's great. And I mean, for me, coffee is a big deal because, you know, $5 a coffee can add up, and I live on coffee and wine, but coffee especially. So plenty of coffee, as much coffee as you want. I mean, I think as much as you want. We'll have to.
Well, I mean, we're pretty hardcore, but, you know, a lot of
a lot of coffee. We'll cut you off at 10. But yeah, those are available for you Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the conference. So look into that. We do have in the comments below, we're going to link to an amazing blog that Pete put together that has all of this information for you. It'll have links. It'll have info where you can upgrade to your pass and some really awesome resources that are coming up next. So we're transitioning into saving money on traveling to conferences. So there's a lot of things that, you know, like you said, airfare, hotel, gas if you're driving, Ubers from place to place if you don't have a car, all of that can add up to a lot. And so the next tip that we have is saving money when it comes to airport parking. I loved these tips that you came up with because they're amazing.
First of all, I didn't come up with them at all. For some of these more advanced ones.
Credit.
Well, I compiled them. I reached out to some blogging friends, attendees of past FinCons, and asked them for tips. This one, shout out to my man Lee over at baldthoughts.com. Lee, professional travel hacker. He's so awesome. He's the one who threw out the save money on airport parking. I didn't know this was a thing. And like Bethany said, you can actually go look at the blog post, the show notes, to get like links to it and stuff. But Parking Panda is one of them. There are actually a few. It'll just help you save that much more money on airport parking, for one. And I think that's so cool. I've never actually done that before. I just took it from Lee, who's like the pro at this stuff. So I trust him. I'm going to be doing that if I fly to FinCon 19, etc. So
yeah, and it's amazing because I have to park my car at all the airports that I go to. And so I'm going to check each one of these. And one that I use a lot is cheatairportparking.com is another good one. But I'm going to check out these ones too, because it can be super pricey. But we're coming to our next tip. You are coming out ahead on FinCon because you are for sure taking advantage of the next tip. Pay for airfare or housing with miles or points. What is this about, you travel hacker genius?
Yes. Well, like I said, compared to Lee, I'm a travel hacking noob, but I do have a few credit cards that reward me with miles and points. I'll mention two right off the bat. So I live near Atlanta. So Delta is our huge hub here. Delta's headquartered in Atlanta. I have Delta credit card. I'm not flying to Orlando this year, but I did fly to FinCon last year for free using my Delta miles. I flew to Podcast Movement in Philadelphia for free. Just a great way. It might be too late for newbies to get on board for Orlando, but for next year, look into that. Maybe even go to Bald Thoughts, Lee's site. He'll teach you how to do that. The other one, this is important. The Rose and Shingle Creek is not on any of the major hotel rewards chains, programs, so to speak. But there are credit cards out there that will reimburse you for any travel expenses. So me personally, I have a Capital One Venture card. I've been building up points over the past years. I knew I was going to be spending like $700 on the Rose and Shingle Creek. I knew I wanted to stay at the conference hotel. And so I have those points in my account ready to go. The conference hotel is going to charge me money. I'm just going to hit like delete and get that for free as well.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness. You are a self-acclaimed noob, but you're way advanced when it comes to that stuff. That's awesome. I mean, I need to look into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to interrupt. I think you were going to say next. I don't know. I might be skipping ahead a little bit.
We're totally going to next because I'm not going to look this up right now. I'm going to wait until I can go to the blog post and look it up when we're done with our Facebook Live.
Okay.
But the next one, you do it. Go for it.
I was going to say, get roommates.
There you go.
Get roommates. There's a Google Doc out there right now. If you go to the FinCon Facebook group, I think it's a pinned post or it's up towards the top. Jessica has laid out a Google Doc where you can go find roommates. This is so worth it. I mean, I know we're all adults, like we're not in high school anymore. And so rooming with other human beings is like, it seems a little bit weird. It's not. At FinCon, it's totally fun and cool to have roommates. I'm rooming with another blogger. Shout out to Jim at routeToRetire.com. Amazing dude. We're going to have the party room. It's going to be so much fun. But that's just a huge chunk of money, of whether it's the Airbnb or the conference hotel, just finding roommates. If you're completely new, go to the roommate doc. If you're not completely new, find somebody you know and that you like and you trust, hopefully, and use your own judgment. But roommates, probably the biggest money saver for attending conferences. It's huge.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
It totally is. And I mean, we talk about sharing meals. Sharing a hotel room is so much more worth it because you make connections, which is what it's all about. And again, I mean, as long as they're not weird, then it could totally be a party town, party room. I mean, everybody will announce Pete's room later for the party room.
Well, that's how I'm coming out ahead, by the way. It's because I told my roomie this, by the way, so he knows what I'm doing. But he's going to pay half, and he's just going to give me cash. But I'm paying for free using my points. So instead of me spending $700 on a room, I'm actually going to get paid $350 to come stay at FinCon. So it's going to be great.
That almost feels like it's so innovative that like I feel like that shouldn't be possible, but it totally is amazing.
It's totally amazing.
Totally amazing. Another point that you can do is using the airport shuttle discounts. What is that?
Yes. So I got this from PT and Jessica themselves. They worked out a deal with one of the local shuttle companies for a discount. I actually have it in front of me. I'm looking at it right now in my notes. M3JFU. Again, this will be in the links. People can just click through, I'm sure. Supershuttle.com. If you use that discount code, it's like M3JFU or something like that. You get, I don't know, $2 off one way, $5 off round trip. There's a few different deals there. I think that's great. Something that people just may not realize they have available to them. It's so easy. If you're flying in, you're going to take a shuttle anyways. It might actually be cheaper than Uber and Lyft with these discount codes. Check it out. Yeah.
And one of those things too is that if you're looking at the blog links, do it today because some of that might be pre-booked. You might not be able to do it once you land. You want to do it, think ahead. So do that today instead of waiting until, Wednesday and you're at the airport. And it might not be as cheap, but it brings to our next point. We're already talking about sharing is caring, right? So for maybe some of those shuttles or even the Uber Lyft, maybe buddy up with someone and ride in with your friends and maybe you're landing at the same time and buddy up and split the fares for the transportation.
That's a great idea. Oh, this leads to a great opportunity to plug the Slack channel. So
There
of
you
course,
go.
the official the official FinCon app on your phone. It's a must-have. You can communicate with people that way. It's actually pretty easy to go in there, post a status update. Hey, does anybody want to share a ride to the meetup? Or hey, I'm arriving via air flight travel at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Does anybody want to share a ride? You can do it there. You could probably do it in the Facebook group too, though that might get lost. The Slack channel, if you've never used Slack before, I actually made a gift to teach you how to use it, but bit.ly/FinCon Slack, bit.ly/FinCon Slack. That'll take you to our Slack channel. Super easy to just go in there and post like, hey, does anybody want to share a ride? At any point during the conference, you'll always have some people in the Slack channel that might be willing to split those costs.
There you go. I love this. I'm in the Slack channel, but I'm like, I need to say, like, I can get a little intimidated because all those people are amazing, but I feel like that's totally a place that everyone can be like, hey, let's be friends and hang out. Just like FinCon.
Dream. Oh, yeah. So receptive to introverts like myself, by the way. So I would tell everybody, don't be afraid. This is your first FinCon, your first conference ever. Just throw it out there. It's not going to be awkward. We're all money nerds. There are a lot of introverts that come to. They'll be hesitant, share some rides, get a roomie, share some food, etc.
It's so much sharing. Speaking of sharing, you might want to share an experience with someone. Because, we're in Orlando. There's some things in the area, just a few of them. And we've partnered with Visit Orlando to provide some discounts around town. That's cool.
It is cool. I did not know about this. Yep. I don't have all the details because, quite frankly, there's a lot on there. Like a lot of local nightlife, restaurants, some of the big ones like SeaWorld and Disney World. And I don't know if Harry Potter World is on there, but if it is, I'm going. Just a ton of stuff in and around Orlando, the conference hotel. I think you said it already. I think it's just visitorlando.com, and FinCon has like a specific landing page. You can link people below this video or whatever, where they can go and specifically see, hey, if I have my FinCon badge, not the Millennium Falcon shirt, but the FinCon badge.
Best shirt ever.
Yeah. They could show it around town, around different restaurants and get like $5 off a meal, 10% off. Like it's just great. There's a ton of stuff to look into. So if you're planning on going to anywhere, go there first, go check the link and see if you get a discount. Pretty handy.
Absolutely. And again, check the blog post that Pete wrote. It has all of this information, super easy to click a link and go explore and plan ahead when it comes to those things. And also, when you meet your buddies out there, you guys can do that together. And, you could be that person and be like, you guys, this place gives a FinCon discount. How amazing is that? And they're like, you're so smart.
You have like your own fans and groupies around for the entire conference who just want to follow you and have you make all the eating decisions. So that'd be really stressful for me personally, but neither here nor there.
Plan ahead. You'll have everything ready. You'll have an Excel spreadsheet. You'll know that. Never mind. You don't have to do that. Okay. I'm not going to do it. Someone will do that, I'm sure. But one of our last tips that I didn't know, I had no idea that conferences are a write-off. Hello.
That's right. I think, technically I'm a CPA. I still have my license, although I don't practice anymore. But yeah, this is definitely like an educational expense for a lot of people. And look, I'm not a lawyer. You should get a lawyer. So don't take any of my advice except for my opinion.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Have to say it. But yeah, the cost of the ticket and even like certain percentages of the travel and stuff, if you use software like a TurboTax or a TaxSlayer or any of that stuff, they'll do the calculations. If you have an accountant, have a CPA, same thing, but keep the receipts. This is the big takeaway. Keep the receipts that you got from Eventbrite, the ticket price to FinCon, as well as air travel, room and board, parking, Ubers, Lyfts, food, all that great stuff related to an educational expense. Definitely a tax write-off for everybody. You don't have to have your own business either, by the way. Self-employment income, this can go right along with it. Schedule C under tax reform. Talk to your accountant. Again, talk to your lawyers if need be, but save the receipts come tax season. That's it.
Yeah, you could get like a little, envelope and you just put everything in there and you'll have it ready to go. Or use one of those apps that take pictures of it. that are super it's techie, and I'm bad at that. But I mean,
You really
I'm
want
sure
to go
they're
dirty. I have a completely separate label in my Gmail. And so whenever I have receipts, I can take a picture of it and just email it to myself. It's like Pete plus receipts at doyouevenblog.com. And people can Google it. I don't want to go into it right now, but keep it in your email, keep it in Google Drive, Dropbox, your phone, anything. Save the receipts.
That's incredible. I mean, that's super smart. I'm going to go do that right now. This after we're done with this Facebook Live. But I'm going to 1 second. Just kidding. Last tip is not a money tip, but it's something that you recommended that I think is amazing. So what is your last non-money tip that has to do with packing things that are good for you?
Okay. So the story is I arrived last year at FinCon. I had a blast the first 24 hours. And then I was like, do I have my chapstick with me? My throat kind of hurts. And I was literally there for like another 8 hours before I could go to a convenience store and buy cough drops or throat lozenges, however you say that word, and chapstick. So those are the two. I asked like 10 people their travel tips when going to FinCon. This is like the one thing that everybody said. Chapstick, you're going to be talking a lot. Throat lozenges, you're going to be talking a lot. Meeting new people, yourself, even introverts, pack those two things. It's a great tip.
Yeah, the Facebook slump is a thing where, you go, give everything you have. And then afterwards, a lot of people get really sick because they just give everything that they have. And so that'll also help, right? This happened to me. I got like a flu when I came back because I just went crazy. And so I love packing the throat lozenges. I love packing the cough drops. Also, some airborne, throw it in there, or emergency or emergency, which will help you sleep.
That's a great one.
Fun fact. Love that stuff. But these
and
are
drink
not,
water.
So much water. See, yes. I drank my water today. Right before. Here. Water nerds, buddies. There we go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on this Facebook Live. It has been so much fun. My friend, Pete McPherson, who is so smart. Again, check out his blog that has all this information in it. And we'll see you next week on Facebook Live.